Welcome to the lecture series on design and analysis of algorithms. Here we are referring module 4 dynamic programming. In particular, we are discussing about Bellman-Ford algorithm to find the single source shortest path with negative weights. Problem definition is as follows. Given a graph with source vertex, let us say yes, we are supposed to find out the shortest path to all other vertices. This problem is solved by Dijkstra's algorithm, but here the difference is that the graph may contain negative edges also. Of course, the Dijkstra's algorithm works in order of v log v, but it doesn't work for the negative weight edges. Bellman-Ford algorithm works for the graphs with negative edges also. Order of complexity is big O of number of vertices into number of edges. Like all other dynamic programming problems, this algorithm also computes the shortest path in the bottom-up approach. It first calculates the shortest distances for the shortest paths which have at most one edge in the path. Then it computes the shortest path with at most two edges. In the third iteration, it computes the shortest path having at most three edges. Next iteration, shortest paths with at most four edges, and so on. So, at each iteration I, it finds all the shortest paths that use I number of edges. At most I number of edges. Let us understand how the recurrence relation is built for the Bellman-Ford algorithm. Basically, dynamic programming uses sub-problems to solve the problem. We are solving the sub-problems first. Based upon their result, we are solving the whole problem. To define the recurrence relation, let us define distance u with superscript L. So this is the notation we are using. This represents the shortest path distance from the source vertex V to U by using at most L number of edges. I repeat, dist L U represents the length of the shortest path from V to U with at most L number of edges. As we can understand, dist of 1 U, 1 is nothing but the length of the path. So it means that in the very beginning, dist 1 of U can be initialized from the weight matrix or the cost matrix. Cost represents the weight matrix of the graph. So dist 1 of U is equal to cost V comma U. Now let us understand, suppose the shortest path from V to U with at most k number of edges. Suppose it does not contain k number of edges, then the dist k of U can be written as dist k minus 1 of U. So this is one relation we can build. Dist k of U, suppose it does not contain k number of edges, then it is same as dist k minus 1 of U. This is one relation. Another relation, suppose dist k of U contains k number of edges. In that case, it is found by several alternatives. What are the alternatives? So let there is a distance from V to I that is given by this, and there is a direct edge, single edge from I to U. So we are finding the path from V to U through I now. Let us say the shortest distance up to I is given to us, which uses k minus 1 number of edges, which is nothing but dist k minus 1 I. Now the distance from I to U is given as cost I U. So distance of k U is given as distance of k minus 1 I plus cost I V. We have several candidates for I here. The one that minimizes this particular expression will be chosen for dist k of U. So in summary, the expression for the recurrence relation is given as dist k of U is equal to minimum of dist k minus 1 of U, if at all the distance doesn't contain k number of edges, or it is the minimum of dist k minus 1 of I plus cost I to U. So based upon this recurrence relation, we can come out with the Bellman-Ford algorithm. This is the Bellman-Ford algorithm to find the single source shortest path. We'll discuss this in later after looking into the illustration. Consider a graph with 7 nodes with positive as well as negative edges. This is the table that represents all the results, intermediate results. There are 6 rows. K value ranges from 1 to 6. This is 1 to 6 because there are totally 7 nodes. So length means the total edges in the path. In the worst case it is 6. The length of the path from 1 to 7, in the worst case it will be 6. So that is why k values are considered 1 to 6. So initially the distance from 1 to all the other nodes are written here. So it is nothing but the direct edges. From 1 to 1, of course it is 0. 2, 3, 4, the values are 6, 5 and 5. 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, there are no direct edges. That is why it is infinity. So these values are noted in the table. So 0, 6, 5, 5, infinity, infinity, infinity. Let us move on to the second iteration with k is equal to 2. Here we need to consider for every vertex except the source, look for the incoming edge except from the source. Of course, for 1 we need not compute. For 2, if you look at 2, there are 1 incoming edge other than the source. 1 incoming edge we need to consider. So the path, the updated weight will be distance of 3. Distance of 3 is 5 here. Earlier it is 5 plus minus 2. So that gives us minus 2. 5 minus 2. We can see that earlier value of distance 2, it is 6. Now we got 5 minus 3, that is 3. So minimum among that, earlier as well as by including the incoming edge from 3, it is 3. Going for 3, the earlier value of distance of 3 is 5. 3 is having 1 incoming edge other than the source. The earlier value for 4, minimum distance up to 4 is 5. So 5 minus 2. So that is nothing but 3. So for the vertex 3, earlier value is 5. The new value is 3, which is better than the earlier one. So it is 3, updated as 3. Coming to the fifth vertex, of course, coming to the fourth vertex doesn't have any incoming edge other than 1. So we need not compute for node 4. So it remains 5. Coming to the node 5, there are 2 incoming edges other than the source. Of course, from the source we don't have the incoming edge. 2 and 3. Distance of 2, earlier it is 6 plus cost of 2 to 5, that is 2 to 5, it is minus 1. So 6 minus 1, it is 5. Similarly, distance of 3, it is 5 plus 1, it is 6. So altogether we can see that the minimum of infinity, 5 and 6, the minimum is 5. So distance of 5 is updated as 5. Coming to vertex 6, the earlier value is infinity. Now 6 is having the incoming edge from 4. So earlier value is 5. So 5 minus 4, it is 4. The value is updated as 4. Coming to the seventh vertex, it is having 2 incoming edges. The earlier value is infinity. Now it is infinity plus 3 as well as infinity plus 3. So it gives infinity itself. So it remains infinity. Now let us update the newly got value into the table. So moving on to the third iteration. Coming to the next iteration, k is equal to 3. Distance of 1 remains 0. Distance of 2, it is nothing but distance of 3 minus 2. Distance of 3 is 3 minus 2. So it is 1. Of course, earlier value is 3. The new value is 1. So minimum is 1. Coming to 3. The earlier value is 3. Now let us see whether it is having the better value. Distance of 4 minus 2. 4 is 5. Distance of 4 is 5 minus 2, that is 3. That remains 3 itself. Coming to vertex 4, no incoming edge other than the source, it remains as it is. It remains as it is. Node 5, there are 2 edges, incoming edges. The resulting results are 3 minus 1, earlier value of earlier distance of 2, it is 3 minus 1, that is 2. Earlier value of vertex 3, it is 3 plus 1, it is 4. So the better value, the minimum one is 2. So update with 5 with 2. Node 6, there is 1 incoming edge. So earlier value is 4. Now it is 5 minus 1. Earlier value of node 4 is, vertex 4 is 5 minus 1, that is 4. Now coming to the vertex 7, there are 2 incoming edges. Earlier value of node 5 is 5 plus 3. Plus 3, it gives 8. Earlier value of 6 is 4 plus 3, that is 7. Earlier value of 7, it is infinity itself. So infinity, 8, 7. The better value is 7. So at the end of the iteration 3, we can see that the updated distances, shortest distances considering 3 edges, it is nothing but 0, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 7. In the fourth iteration, Let us repeat the process. Distance of 1 is equal to 0 itself. For 2, it is earlier distance is 1. See whether we have some better distances. From 3, for 3 it is 3 minus 2, that is 1. So earlier distance is 1, the one more distance it is also 1, so minimum is 1. For distance of 3, the earlier value is 3. Earlier value for 4 is 5 plus incoming edge, that is minus 2, that gives you 3. The same value. Distance 4 is not updated as it is not having any incoming edges other than the source. Distance of 5, the earlier value is 2. Whether we have the better values from 2 incoming edges. 1 minus 1, that gives us 0. 3 plus 1, that gives us 4. The better value is 0. Distance of 6, earlier value is 4. Incoming edges from 4, its value is 5. Cost 4 to 6, it is minus 1. So we have 4. Distance of 7, the earlier value is 7. It has 2 incoming edges, 5 and 6. From 5 and 6. 5, the earlier distance is 2. 2 plus 3, that is 5. 6, vertex 6, the earlier distance is 4. 4 plus 3, that is 7. 7, 5 and 7, the better value is 5, or minimal is 5. So consider that. So updated values at the end of the 4th iteration, it is 0, 1, 3, 5, 0, 4, 5. Go for the next iteration. K is equal to 5. Let us do the same process again. Vertex 2, earlier value is 1. Incoming edge from 3. So 3 minus 2. The distance of 3 is 3. 3 minus 2, it is 1. So no better value. For 3, the earlier value is 3. 4, it is distance is 4. Distance is 5. Minus 2, that is 3. So it remains 3. 4th vertex, it remains 5. 5th vertex, earlier value is 6. 2 incoming edges from 2 and 3. So earlier value of 2 is 1 minus 1, that is 0. And 3 plus 1, it is 4. The better value is 0 itself. Coming to 6, earlier value is 4. Due to the incoming edge from 4, its earlier value is 5. 5 minus 1, that is 4 itself. 7th vertex, earlier value is 5. 2 incoming edges. Earlier distance of 5 is 0 plus 3, that results 3. From 6, earlier value is 4 plus 3, that is 7. So the better value among all 3 is 3. So it is updated. So the 5th row is updated with k is equal to 5, 0, 1, 3, 5, 0, 4, 3. Moving on to the last iteration, we can see with k value is equal to 6. So distance of 2, earlier value is 1, the new value is 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. Distance of 3, earlier value is 3, the new value, it remains 3. Distance of 4, not updated. Distance of 5, earlier value is 6, earlier value is 0, no better values, so it remains 0. For the 6th vertex, earlier value is 4, the new value is no better values, it remains 4. For vertex 7, the earlier value is 3. So new value is 0 plus 3 and 4 plus 3, no better values. It remains 3. So the final updated values are 0, 1, 3, 5, 0, 4, 3. It means from the source vertex 1, the shortest path to 1 with the distance 0, shortest path to 2, it is 1, 1 to 3, the shortest path is length 3, 1 to 4, the shortest path distance is 5, 1 to 5, the shortest path distance is 0, 1 to 6, the shortest path distance is 4, 1 to 7, shortest path distance is 3. Therefore, the overall result of applying the Bellman-Ford algorithm to this particular graph is given here. The last row gives the final optimal distance from source 1 to all other vertices. This is the statement of the Bellman-Ford algorithm. V is the source vertex, cost is the cost matrix or weighted matrix, positive and negative values are allowed. Dist is the output which gives the shortest distance from V to all other vertices. It is a one-dimensional array. N is the total number of vertices. We initialize dist of I with the cost matrix from V to I. It is nothing but the edge weights from V to I. For k is equal to 2 to n minus 1, so we repeat in total n minus 1 number of times. Each vertex u, for each vertex u such that which is not a source vertex, and from u we have an incoming edge to the source. For each that particular edge iu, see whether it gives a better distance. It gives a better distance than the existing one. Suppose it gives a better distance, update the distance. So this is the core part of the algorithm. For each vertex u, we check whether there is an incoming edge from I. If at all there is an incoming edge from vertex I, see whether the distance of I plus cost of I to u, if it gives a better distance than the existing distance of u, then update the distance of u. So this is the simple algorithm, Bellman-Ford algorithm. Coming to the analysis part, the overall time the Bellman-Ford algorithm consumes is big O of VE. V stands for total vertices, E stands for total edges. As a homework, you can solve this particular graph. So find the shortest path from S to all the other vertices.